gay British people will be like, "Oi, bruv, I'm sucking their winkies." Welcome back to the
Well,
AniGains podcast, episode number 40.
I I was driving with Josh, and I don't know if we're keeping this in or not.
no, we're
Mate,
not.
No,
we were
let's keep it.
We're not
we
leaving
were
that in.
pissing ourselves for about 5-10 minutes. We were going up the reels we sent. Josh is driving, just wetting himself. What's that gay people winky sucking? Like, wetting himself driving.
Cam, can you do another intro, please?
What
Just so we can
else?
cut all this
Can we
off.
just keep that. Like,
No.
we're a minute in. Look, we've ticked off 1 minute. We've only got.
No one makes it that
more
far
to
into the podcast anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, let's just keep going. All right. So, gentlemen, very quickly, how are we?
I'm great. I've got a headache at the moment, but I thought, you know what, I probably shouldn't be wearing my big orange glasses at the moment. If you want, you can use code NPC15. Get yourself some Naze products if you want to looks max, like we were talking about in the other podcast.
Mate, I
Yeah.
didn't know you got a fucking a looks matching sponsorship. What the fuck?
Yeah. We've got a clavicular sponsorship coming through just now.
Are you allowed to say that?
Am I not? Okay, for legal reasons, we're not affiliated with Clavicular. We're affiliated with Naze. If you're looking to pick up some nose strips, mouth strips, eye mask, or blue light goggles, glasses, whatever the fuck you call
You
them.
have the infrared face thing.
Do they?
No, do you? I'm asking you. It's just
No, I don't have the big face mask thing. I just get this all sent out to me.
But I'm asking you, do Naze stock that?
I don't know.
Fantastic.
Great chat, guys.
Well, that's cool though. You got fucking spot. What is that? All of you boys.
Yeah, NPC 15. I mean, this isn't. I think the announcement will come out before we post this video. But NPC 15, and you get 15% off your orders. So, I mean, to be fair, I actually have been using it, and I've been sleeping like a baby. So, there you go.
I got ill last week, and the biggest difference I noticed was actually using like nasal strips when I sleep. Also, when I push up in body weight, when I get to like a high body weight, like 230, 240, I am putting on a fucking nose strip because otherwise I snore so badly. And I wake up the next morning and it like fucks up my whole throat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, I've been using a mouth tape as well, and it's the strangest thing. Like, I'm waking up just feeling pretty fresh.
Jeez.
But
Noah's like gone full on Sigma Mel.
That's what I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna look like handsome Squidward by the time I put on the board shorts, mate. I'm telling you. Yeah.
What does that mouth tape actually do?
It just stops me from going. Like,
Yeah,
breathing
stops your
out my
mouth.
fat mouth.
It's supposed to stop your mouth breathing. And then, I don't know, have you seen like those memes of like the mouth breathe, the jawline?
Yeah,
like
the
Cal
hollow
Freezy,
shape.
where
Yeah,
like
yeah, exactly. And basically, it's to stop you developing a jawline like that and basically get a more chiseled jawline, essentially. That's the theory behind it.
That's really weird because I would assume that sleeping with your mouth open would be a great thing. Because if you like think about like when you're training, right? Like when you like say go and brace for a fucking set, you take air in through your mouth, right? I would surely want more oxygen going in when I'm not conscious.
I think it's more so the case of like where your jaw sits for like prolonged period of times. Like if you're sat there with your mouth open, not only are you going to just like dehydrate your mouth rapid style, and you're just taking in all sorts, but if your jaw's just sat there like for a long period of time, then it's probably not the best for you.
It is seen as more healthy to breathe in through your nose. Like that's part of the reason of having the nose tape as well.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess I'm a filthy bracing mouth breather.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Kez, how are you, mate?
I'm not too bad. Not too bad. Just got a little chat with the old the gaffer today, and prep is a go. 2026. Eh?
AJ Morris himself.
Mr. AJ Morris, Mr. Natural Bodybuilding Worldwide, has confirmed that Prep 2026 is happening. So we'll see. Like, obviously, this is pending on blood results, which will happen soon. But if everything's okay with them, I imagine there will be based on how I feel. Yeah, it's happening this year. We haven't confirmed in terms of what shows I'm doing yet. We've got like 2 plans in mind. So plan A is to do the later shows, so like September, October time. I'd probably do one WMBF show or two WMBF shows maybe, and then do a bunch of maybe an NPC regional, and then like a pro qualifier. I'll also do the pro show for the MBW show as well, because that'd be pretty cool. And then we'll see from there. So that's the first plan. And then the other plan is to compete a bit earlier, but that would mean prepping like within the next few weeks, starting prep. So that's possible.
You're not in a bad spot to do that. Like,
What's that?
you're not in a bad spot to
No,
do
no,
that.
no, no, I'm not. I'm not. Like, theoretically, I could if I wanted to. But yeah, it just means starting prep pretty soon. And that would mean doing maybe some July shows. So I'd be doing an NPC show, then a pro qualifier, maybe a PCA Naturals as well around then. And then I believe there's like a WMBF Malaysia Pro show around then, so that'd be pretty cool to do that.
Sick.
But I might even just extend the prep and just do the WMBF UAE Pro show as like maybe my final show or something like that. So that would be the second option, to do like a bit of an early one. And the thing is, for me, I know with the business and everything, it's gonna get really busy around that September, October time, just with shows every weekend, with clients competing. So it's like, okay, do I want to do that every weekend and then compete every weekend as well? It's going to be pretty mad doing all that. So it's just whether I can manage that, I suppose. I suppose like having Cam and the other boys as part of it will help as well. Manage things, and maybe they can go to some shows that I can't go to and stuff like that. But yeah, I just need to assess. I need to assess things and how it's going to work. But yeah, there's two potential options there. But it's, yeah, very likely we shall be stepping on stage this year. So
That's
very
fucking
cool. All the AniGains boys on stage.
That's
mate.
sick.
When is that ever going to happen again? Like, realistically.
Yeah, we need to get like when we're all peeled, like posing
Oh, yeah.
together.
Yeah.
If you do the later shows, that will happen.
That'll line up, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That'd
Actually,
be
to be
cool.
fair, like, you don't really get fat post show. You just sort of like die.
Yeah, I just die. I just like lose all my bodily functions pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of bodily functions, I'm going in to go get my blood work done tomorrow. I'm going into, I get my blood work done through Atlas Labs. So I'll be going into St. Paul's, next to the cathedral, to get my bloods drawn. And then I'm going to go pray at St. Paul's Cathedral. I'm not a religious man. I just like to depend on religion in times of need. Because if everything is all fine and dandy, boys, I'm going to be fucking running a blast.
Oh, yeah.
No fucking games. I've never actually said that on the pod.
By the way, guys, Cam's fitness is not natural.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
Sorry, guys. In case you didn't realise when I mentioned pushing up to 240 pounds. Yeah, I also, since starting this podcast, I've grown a beard.
Did you never used to have facial hair before this?
No, you do you remember the initial screenshots of the show where you took pictures of me?
Oh,
and
yeah,
sent them
you
to
looked,
me?
yeah.
Mate, you look like a fucking lesbian. Yeah, like, it's just because I was natural. But,
got
to be
you.
fair, I'll be very, very transparent with you, AniGains viewers, because I'm sure to the three of you that didn't immediately click off after watching that intro would be very keen to know. I've never actually really pushed things that hard at all. Like, I've legitimately, at a peak dose, I pushed my test up to 300 milligrams, which is less than some people start on. Right now, I'm at 200 milligrams on an elevated cruise. And to be fair, for what I sort of warrant and from what I need, genetically, I've always been pretty good when it comes to training performance. Like, my performance never dropped off throughout the entirety I was prepping last year. I really only just continue to progress, and to do things sort of like safely is just essentially what you warrant. You can look to speedrun PDs, but why bother? Because it is going to be a law of diminishing returns, especially if you are younger. If that's what you want, that's fine, but I'd rather not look like I'm in my fucking 30s or 40s when I'm in my 20s. So, that being said, me and Mr. Parker are looking to actually take things up a gear. Now I'm not sort of sure what like the blast will consist of. It will really just be a case of how good my and sort of going from there. But it's not going to be anything crazy stupid. But if I've sort of responded enough to build as much tissue as I fucking have in a year, I'd be quite curious as to know what I can do over the next 15 weeks at an elevated sort of blast, and then also being in a little bit of a surplus as well. I think it'd be quite cool. As long as I can grow some delts in that time, that'd be fantastic. So yeah, pretty. I think next week we should do the blood work special. No, get your bloods done as well, and
Get our bloods done. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
See who's the most cooked.
I don't think it'll be me.
I think it might be Qais.
I think it would be you now.
No, I mean like if you almost have to skip over everything where it says hormonal function.
That's the point. That's the point.
No, it's okay. Well, no, it's not because it's basically it's like no, but I've supplemented that in, so I don't need to.
Everything that my steroid use influences, just ignore all that. Everything else is fine.
No,
Yeah,
no,
just ignore all that.
like HDL, obviously.
Yeah.
That's going to be something that is like hopefully gets into a better range this time. Last time it wasn't fantastic, but that's not inherent to what TRT where my cycle is because it's just test. You can skip over the hormonal function. Everything else, if anything else is cooked, like my liver, anything else, I'd say that's fair. Like if I fuck my thyroid, that's my fault. Because there's no reason why, like thyroid markers or heart markers, just anything like that shouldn't be cooked for what I'm taking. But if it is, then okay, fair play. But if we ignore that, I think I'm the least cooked.
We'll see.
Well, I think I'm healthier than you, Kez. I think.
I don't.
Mate.
Not right now. Right now, you're not.
Mate, I am. 1v1 me on the Stairmaster, bro. Guaranteed. When we walked
I don't do Stairmaster. I do
yeah,
bike.
you don't do Stairmaster because you don't want it as bad because you don't
Oh,
want to
there we go.
Like, listen, guys. This is an AniGains story, real life story as well. We went to my hometown, Hitchin.
I was cooked then.
We walked up a hill. Yeah, I'm not joking. Both of these boys were fucking dying.
Oh,
right?
Did we not just have an off plan?
We literally ate Chicken George right before then.
And who was fine? Me.
The thing is, you've conditioned your body to eating Chicken George now, and me and Noah, it was our first time. So give us a few Chicken Georges and we'll be running up that hill.
No, to be fair, that is true. Eating fried chicken and running very, very fast is something I've had to be conditioned to do in my teenage years, especially. We'll park that one there. What was I going to say? I don't fucking remember.
Anime.
Oh, yeah. Monzo and Chicken George. I got a thing from Monzo.
Monzo Chicken George.
Mate, bro, it was like, congratulations, you are in the top 3% of spenders at Chicken George. I was like, there's no way. Like, what do you mean top 3%? Like,
mate, that's got to make your like monthly dump posts. That screenshot has got to make it into that 100%.
It's not good look for the planet. Congratulations, you went to Chicken George a lot. And that's only the times I paid with my Monzo card. What about any other time I paid with
any other time?
Yeah, man. But don't worry, it'll be going on the business card from now on because I can claim it as a business expense.
Qais imposing meetup.
Every Qais imposing meetup's at Chicken George. That's the Qais imposing headquarters.
Logan saying, "You meet with these Kaizen boys an awful lot."
Oh yeah, yes. Well, that is some of my big dirty secrets out there. Now, however, we've received a couple from you guys. I put up a anonymous question box for everybody, for all the AniGains fans to get back to. And my God, did you guys fucking deliver? We've got a couple to go through here, but I think some of these are going to be quite open to talking points. Because I'm going to give you a number between 1 and 9, and I want you to give me a number, and we'll start there.
7.
Okay. Okay. All right. A couple of you didn't really understand the point of question. In fact, I'd say the vast majority of you did not understand the point of the question. Okay. Attack on Titan fans are so preachy about how good they think the show is. They think they are so deep and clever, and they ruined the show for me.
Did Noah submit this, by the way?
Good opinion.
Noah definitely submitted this.
To be fair, I swear we've literally spoken about this on the podcast. Whenever you see someone speak about an anime so fucking much, it ruins the experience of trying to watch it. Like, I'm sure people are put off by One Piece because of how much people bang on about how good it is.
I feel like there's a special. I kind of, to be fair, I always like to hear.
I feel like One Piece is the one that people. It's not necessarily that people think they're clever. I feel like the One Piece fans talk about One Piece more than any other fans speak about any other anime, though. Because I would say,
if you have literally, One Piece isn't, in terms of how much content there is, it doesn't just occupy enough for one anime. It occupies enough for fucking 5. And it goes, all the arcs are so different that you basically are watching like a different anime with just the same cast. You know, which if you actually want to use the rule of cut and paste shonen, you know, like I understand why. But I also understand where this person's coming from, I'm not going to lie. Because like, I've spoken to some people, I've spoken to some Attack on Titan fans, and maybe it's just the nature of sort of what the political discourse that the show takes, but fuck me, like, and if you say you don't like the show, they're like, what's wrong with you? What's fucking wrong with you? Even if you like the show, and even if you disagree with them about what they think about one particular thing that happens, you're also an idiot. It's like, okay, not only do you have to love the show and swear it's the best piece of media of all time, you also need to agree with them to the nth degree. And that's where I just get to the point where it's like, brother, it's a cartoon. Like, chill out. Like, it's not that deep. Like, it's a good show. It does get a bit boring at times. And you are making me not like the show. Because you're being...
For me, the thing is, for me, I can separate people's opinions based, like, and I can just have my own opinion on it. For me, like, I can just say, like, when I watched Attack on Titan, the feeling I got from it was, like, unlike any other anime I've seen, just in terms of the depth of the writing. But ultimately, like, if people say it's like crap, I think, okay, that's wrong. Yeah. But if people say it's not for me, that's fine, because everyone has different tastes, and that's absolutely fine. And it's just like I like shows that a lot of people love, I will say it's not for me as well, and that's fine. But like, it's very rare, unless I absolutely think it, I'm gonna say I think a show is terrible. Like One Piece, for me, the thing is, it's not even not for me. I do like it. It's just there are shows, similar other shonen shows, that I probably prefer to One Piece. But I'm still not going to say it's a terrible show, because I can see why people love it so much. So yeah, I think it's just people speaking in absolutes, which is a bit annoying, I would say, more than anything.
Yeah. I think people just speaking in absolutes as a whole just does tend to wear me fucking thin of anything. I think what it is just straight up narrow-mindedness. Just I've heard somebody legitimately say, Attack on Titan is the best piece of media ever made ever. And I'm like...
I mean, I would say it's the best anime for me. What? Okay, that's a good question. What do you guys think is the best piece of media made ever?
Media.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Film, show, book.
Oh.
Breaking Bad is like, it's got to be up there, man. Like, Breaking Bad is fucking sick. Apart from that one episode with the fly, that pissed me.
The fly, yeah.
Pissed me the fuck off, man.
For me, it's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's very good. That's a shout. Did you guys like The Hobbit?
It was okay. It was okay. It was nowhere near as good as The Lord of the Rings.
I mean, for me, it's not the best, but there'd be an argument for like Harry Potter and all that shit because of how well it's made for movies and books.
Yeah. with Harry Potter, it's more for like because I kind of like grew up with Harry Potter, so it's kind of like the sentimental value, and it's like very, I don't know, close to my heart. But like when I objectively look back on it, I'm like, okay, there are probably better things that I've seen than Harry Potter.
Yeah,
I
but in
think
terms of like how well it's done,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
But I would argue, I'd say if it's designed, that's exactly the show's demographic, right? Or the franchise's demographic is for young kids, specifically British kids,
yeah,
to grow up. And I think in terms of nailing that, what else is has been able to capture the same thing in the same light? What the English because it's relatable,
Yeah.
like
I
Harry
have an
Potter, legitimately
yeah.
mad. Like
I have another shout, which is it's not strictly an anime, but it's animated. Avatar: The Last Airbender. So good.
yeah,
So good. That
I'm
is
sure we
like
must spoke about this.
everything you want in like an adventure show. Like that has everything. I think if that was classed as an anime, that would be in the top, like my top 3x3 100%.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I like the movie Cars a lot.
Cars is good.
I'd say Cars is up there for the best piece of media
Best
ever.
piece of media of all time, yeah.
I never
Fucking
liked that
stupid.
movie. I could not get into it.
What?
Nah,
Hey.
I'm an over the hedge man. That is if you
Oh,
ever
it's
want to know a
Very
fucking
good
good
Over the Hedge
movie,
is so underrated.
good soundtrack. Good OST.
Yeah.
unreal.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a surprise for you boys. So I wanted to save this for the podcast to review because I think this is so fucking cool. So as you guys know, it was my birthday. Guess what I got?
What did you get now?
Oh, that's sick.
Fuck off.
That is
It's the
sick.
Mitsu sword.
That is cold.
Mate, that see the last thing I was expecting you to do is back out a fucking big ass sword.
Noah, Noah, you know when you win the UK DFBA Northern junior class, can you just like tell them, can you please present me with a Zenitsu sword?
Yeah, can you please bring this out for me? I brought it from home.
Christian, honestly, I don't want a medal, mate. Just one of these things, please.
Surely that's cheaper than like if you think let's say I have a federation, and if you win a class, you get a sword. Surely more people would pay to enter my federation because of the prize is a fucking sword. It would pay for
Yeah.
itself. Like, mate, you
The
gave
thing is, it kind of cheapens it if you give them to every class winner.
well, if you
I
give the
think it'd
overall winner
cheapen
a
it a bit.
gun,
I think overall winner would be better.
give
A
the
fucking
overall
katana
winner
for a winner
a
is so cool. They do random stuff like that in America, like proper.
Oh, mate, yeah, like
Have you seen the one with like the trident?
Yes.
Yes,
There's
yeah,
like a
yeah.
trident that they give to the winner.
Mate, all you have to do is like turn up at like 8 weeks out condition. Like, all you have to do. Pay to enter 5 classes and not be objectively fat, and you'll get trident. or American bodybuilding now.
Oh, natural bodybuilding standards.
Okay, all right. So thank you for that one. These all say they're from a friend because it's anonymous. Thank you for that one, friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Noah, pick a number.
Number 2.
Oh fuck me. If you were going to kick off one of you off, Jesus Christ, this is worded horribly. If you were gonna kick one of you off the show, who would it be, and who would you swap them with?
Oh, easy. I think I would have to go. Because
Oh,
objectively, I don't watch anime.
you do.
That's
You guys
yeah.
have-
To be
you
fair,
guys
I
have
would say
spoken
when we're having anime debates, Noah's like, oh, in One Piece.
I don't watch anime. So I suppose for an anime podcast, I'd probably have to go. I don't know who I'd swap myself for.
I would get rid of myself.
Are we all doing that one then? Yeah. Are we
Yeah,
all
let's just get
are
rid
we
of
all just
ourselves.
fucking
No,
ourselves
but
up?
I would honestly like if one of us had to go, I would pick me to go.
And
I
why?
disagree. I'd get.
I don't really edit the pod. Like, I do the least work for it. Like I'd fuck it.
This
that's
is
fair
true.
enough. That's fair
Yeah.
enough.
This is true.
Yeah. Like
To the AniGains viewers, the editing is alternated between myself and Noah, and Cam just says, "Good work, guys."
No, he doesn't. He
I
doesn't
did
say
come up
that.
with the ideas of them.
Yeah.
Well, this was my idea. Well, I think we can find literally anybody else to come up with an idea. You know.
Yeah, ChatGPT. What else? Who would you say in Qais?
Who would I say to replace?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of us three.
I don't know. I'll just say myself because I'm older. I'm an unk. I'm washed.
You need an unk. Can you imagine if this was just me and Noah? There's
Dude,
a reason why there's
that'd
never
be a
been me and
fucking
Noah.
mess.
Not the show wouldn't happen. Like the show wouldn't. Would you be sat like?
I wouldn't. I honestly wouldn't want to get rid of anyone. To be honest,
No.
I'm just gonna be the nice guy.
Okay. Supposing that one of us is who? Okay, here's a good one. So if you were to go, who would you replace yourself with?
Okay. It'd have to be.
I don't know because the balance that we've got just now, I don't really know who.
Yeah, it's the dynamic more than anything.
I'd replace myself with Niall Darwin. I think the show would get a bit more views, and I think
it would, but I don't know if it'd be a bit dry.
My twin Toyton then. We'll have Toyton
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Naz. And who are you swapping yourself for, guys?
Who am I swapping myself with? Oh, I better not get myself in trouble here. Ian Talbot Balfe, let's go.
What a pod! What a pod!
Imagine that.
That is a dream blunt rotation, man.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Oh.
Boys, link up. Fucking get DMing each other. Start AniGains 2. Call your
We put it in motion. It's up to you guys now. There's a universe out there that podcast exists.
AniGains 2. Fuck me, man. No, like anime when like there's like the dark versions of everybody.
Yeah.
Like
Venom.
Jesus Christ. Okay, Kez, another number, please.
5.
Oh, he's smacking.
Okay. Unpopular opinions. Solo leveling was shit. Fullmetal Alchemist is better than Attack on Titan.
Okay. But the first one, I can see why people would say that. And even the second one, I love Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I think it was in my top 3. Did I put it second? I think I put it second. So, yeah, like, I can 100% see why people would put full... I would say there are less flaws with Fullmetal Alchemist in terms of it's a more complete story. I can see the criticisms of Attack on Titan, the ending, where it left things a bit unsatisfying for some people. Whereas Fullmetal Alchemist, it was extremely satisfying ending that rounded up everything. Nothing was missed. And yeah, just in terms of the way the story was told, it was a little bit more complete, I would say. Even though at the time I wasn't as mind blown watching Fullmetal Alchemist as I was watching Attack on Titan, I can see why people would say that. So I actually don't think that's so much of an unpopular opinion, to be honest. I think a lot of people would agree.
I don't know if I would agree. I think Attack on Titan's biggest thing is how sort of like shocking and mind-blowing it is.
Yeah.
And the way that the story all ties in together. I think it depends what you like. Like, I would say, it's so funny. It sounds like I'm about to immediately contradict what I just said earlier. I would say as a piece of fiction and as a standalone story, Full Metal is a bit more complete, but Attack on Titan is like game changing. So
yeah, I'd agree. To be fair, like there's elements of the shows which are very similar to each other.
Yeah,
there's a lot of like politics involved, like religion, class. So a lot of that is involved, and obviously with Fullmetal Alchemist, there's a bit more of a traditional shonen where you've got like abilities and stuff, whereas Attack on Titan's more just fighting titans or using the ODM gear, which is a little bit different. I would say I like the characters in Fullmetal Alchemist a little bit more.
Oh, definitely.
I do. I warm to the characters a little bit more. Whereas Attack on Titan, it was more the story that was the the driving force. Whereas I feel like Full Metal Alchemist, it was the story, but you're more attached to the characters, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
That's actually a really good point. Like, I never really thought about it, but I wasn't really particularly attached to anybody in Attack on Titan
No,
the entire
no, no,
time.
no,
And I
no.
was
Like,
like, I never felt a moment of, oh no, something's going to happen to this person. I was just like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
this
That's
person's going to drive the story.
that's one
Yeah.
area where I'm like, okay, they could have maybe done that a bit better.
Mm.
Like Eren, like he's an extremely well written character, but like I'm not really rooting for him, to be honest.
No, yeah, I'm rooting for him in the sense that I know he's going to help drive the story forward.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I
So
mean?
it's
It's
more,
like,
yeah,
okay, your
exactly.
rating's interesting. Levi is cool. I'd
Cool.
probably say Levi's probably like Levi's mentor G. What was his name? Was it G? It wasn't Gene.
Who?
Levi's like mentor.
Kenny.
Kenny. That's it.
Kenny the Ripper.
I like Kenny was probably the only character I actually rooted for the entire time.
Kenny was cool.
Kenny was just fucking cool. That's what I like.
Mm,
But I feel like he was the only cool character.
yeah.
You know, I didn't. Everybody else was like kind of weird, and
Yeah, I mean, it does focus more on the plot and the story, which is why they do that. Obviously, they don't want you to root for only one character because they show both sides and they make you
yeah,
like see the good and bad of both sides. But then sometimes, like I don't know, you're not as attached to like characters, and when characters die, it doesn't have as big
yeah,
of an impact. It's like, ah, well, whatever. Whereas, like,
yeah,
in a show, I'm gonna say it again, Naruto, for example, they really, like, paint
yeah,
backstories for these characters and make you love them. And then when they kill them, it's like, you actually feel something.
yeah. I think Naruto was a lot better at like pulling on your I was going to say your hamstrings, your heartstrings. um, yeah, no, fucking Naruto's a good show, man. Fuck me. Yeah, no, I don't think that's a to each their own. You know that's a fair opinion. That's not like a dog shit opinion. But if somebody felt the need to do that privately, so interesting. Now, Noah, give me a number, please.
Give me number 6.
Fizz. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. How would I know if I'm ready to go enhanced?
I feel like
Cam, I'll let you take the floor with this.
If you are asking that question, if you are asking whether you are ready or not, you are not.
yeah.
I hope that answers your question. In all seriousness, mate, um, there's a couple of like precautionary things you should look at before going assisted, right? One, I would look at your age, and this is not something that's really even discussed. I feel as if that much. Everybody's like, okay, well, make sure you get a panel of bloods. Make sure you do this. It's like, bro, like, realistically, if you're 17 years old right now and you're telling me that you're going to love this and adore this and do this for the rest of your life, are you sure? Because I said that about a lot of things when I was 17 years old, and I didn't see them through all the way to the end. If you would have even told me, like, when I was 17, I didn't even think about competing, right? Like, I had no interest in it, honestly. You know, doing something like this, it's not a, okay, I'll do one cycle and I'm done type thing. Like, that is a decision that will stay with you for the rest of your life. And there is a lot of research that I would look to do before looking to go assisted, especially like look at yourself, look at your own training as well. I guarantee you, if you were asking, am I ready to go assisted? You already know that you're leaving stones unturned. You already know that there are quite a few things that you could be doing better as a natural to get better. I would say look at like the top level natural bodybuilders. Do you see a lot of yourself in them? If not, it's not for you. Like, and I'll be very straight up to being able to say that I didn't go assisted until I had won the NPCA Pro Super Series in Korea. I had to get to the point where I was objectively like one of the best junior men's physique guys in the world before I thought, you know what, I might actually be good enough to warrant this, to take this a little bit further. Yeah, I mean, it's very individual dependent, and like the thing is, like you could do a lot of fucking stupid things. You could just take drugs anyway. You could just take like, and I mean like recreational drugs. You know, you could do that anyway, but it doesn't mean that you should. And before making any decision like that, I would make sure it's an informed decision first and foremost. But
Yeah.
I don't think you should based off of the way you even asked the question. Boys, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think if you're asking
Yeah.
if you're asking the anime podcast if you should go on gear, then you need to fucking head wobble. But I think a lot of things that maybe you aren't even being, maybe people don't consider as like hereditary, family issues, mental health. Like there's lots of different things that you need to take an objective look at and think, is this the right thing for me? Because, obviously as a natural athlete, I'm not as well educated in that side of things. But one thing I've heard a lot is the person that you are only gets enhanced whenever you are on gear. And a lot of those traits can pick up a little bit more. So if you are someone that is quite anxious, quite aggressive, has, complications with other things, is it really the right thing for yourself? Honestly, it's a toss of a coin now. As someone who advocates natural bodybuilding, I think that obviously some people are going to want to take it that bit further. I'm not one to sit and judge, but I do think that making sure that you can hold yourself to high enough standards as a natural before you can even think about doing something like that, it really is the biggest thing. Like if you're going to go on gear and you've been a shit natural and you've not done anything like actually to make yourself a better athlete, gear's not the fix to these problems. Gear's not the little fucking the cover up over your bad habits. You need to get yourself in a much better position to be able to actually make the most of the gear. Otherwise, you're going to just crash your test levels. Hormonally, you're going to be dick. And if you realise down the line, oh shit, my life is not in the order that I thought it was, I'm going to try and go back. Some people will never get their test back to the way it was previously. Some people's hormones will be dicked down for good. And it comes down to the fact that you've maybe been silly with PED use, you've got into it too soon, too early, too much. There's so many different variables that you need to consider. And I think one of the biggest is, again, like hereditary health and things such as that. Like people seem to not think that, if someone is struggling with mental health and then they go and take gear and it's just perpetually worse, it's not going to help it. And then in turn, it could get worse. And then you think, fuck this, I'm not doing it anymore. And then your hormones are dicked for the rest of your days. So I think that, yeah, like Cam says, mate, if you're asking an anime podcast if you should be taking performance enhancing drugs, you probably shouldn't.
Yeah. I'll just add on to that as well. I think people get misconstrued with regards to what you can actually achieve naturally as well. They think, oh, to get a good physique, I need to take gear. That's like the mindset with a lot of people. And if you see at the top level of, let's just say, a WNBF Pro show, these guys have crazy, crazy physiques. Like, they're better than the majority of enhanced physiques. Like, and
like Dario.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So it's like what you can achieve naturally if you like work hard. Obviously, yes, have good genetics, but also work hard like for a period of years and are consistent with it. Like you don't need to go enhanced to get a good physique or do well in bodybuilding. So I think there's a bit of misconception with that. And then obviously it might be unpopular this, but obviously like for me, if I was to go enhanced, I would like I'm doing it for competitive reasons.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm doing it, and I'm doing it to be elite in the sport. So by that means getting to the Olympia. And this is me, like I'm a WNBF pro. I don't think I'm good enough to do that. Like I just don't think I am. And this is me being completely objective from what I see with my own physique in comparison to these top elite like 1% physiques. So I don't know. I just think there's way too many people who just jump the gun early, who then eventually, unfortunately, just don't have it genetically to get to that top level, and then they're in a weird situation then when they're like low level amateur enhanced athletes and they're not really going to achieve much in the sport, and then it's like, okay, well, what are you doing it for then at that point? There are lots of people who probably could do pretty well in the natural ranks. If they stayed natural and were consistent, but then they leave themselves in a bit of no man's land when they do go enhance. just because they did it without being informed of, well, the risks, and then also, okay, what the level is at that top level. And for me, I'd want to be in and amongst that if I was to go enhance personally, just because, yeah, obviously it is a big life decision to make, and I would want some payoff from it eventually. And I just personally don't think I'm that level to be able to do that.
I think what's important is this, like, you know, doing something with the expectation of something else greater is an unhealthy mindset to an extent. If you are like, okay, I'm going to take PEDs because I expect myself to get to the Olympia, never ever touch steroids because you probably, I can almost guarantee you won't. Okay, like if you are looking to take PEDs because you track your food daily, you love the game, you do everything that you're supposed to do, and you wouldn't want to do anything else, fuck it. Fuck it. Like, genuinely, if you are old enough to be able to make that decision, I would say, like, don't be living at your parents' house. Make sure you've got a solid, stable source of income. You know, make sure that like you're old enough as well. Your actual frontal lobe has developed. Don't be doing it when you're like fucking 21 and you've tasted your first bit of like a decent pay coming through. Get all your other ducks in a row. Know and commit to yourself that you absolutely love what you're doing, and you need to basically accept that just because you did something or you took something or you did however many milligrams of whatever, that you are not entitled to anything. You are not entitled to win that show. You are not entitled to go to the fucking Olympia. Like, get a grip. Like, seriously. Like, I feel like there's a little bit of a divide between the one of the biggest divides I notice between natural bodybuilders and assisted, especially within amateur rank bodybuilding, is the sort of like that expectation that we speak of, right? Where I feel as if a lot of natural bodybuilders, the vast majority, are more so, I'm going to just say hobby builders, insofar as they do bodybuilding just because they love it, and you know they're natural. They don't want to like push PDs for whatever reason. I will speak to a lot of guys who will tell me that their goal is to not only be IFBB pro, but win a pro show and get to the Olympia, like in amateur bodybuilding. Now, having that sort of expectation and living with that sort of like internalized pressure, it can be a dream to do whatever, but I don't know. I'm like struggling to land on this like a little bit, but basically, I just don't think that that is a healthy mindset because you're not doing like if you improve from where you're at now to where you want to be, that is bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is not vindicative of a placement or an income or anything else like that. And so, for that to be your primary reason to go assisted, I don't think is a healthy reason because you could achieve that through other means. You know, like we say with natural bodybuilding anyway. I don't know. That's my take.
Yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with setting goals, like placement goals. I want to achieve this, but obviously they need to be based in some level of reality.
Yeah.
So rather than like straight away saying, "Oh, I want to win the Olympia," like, okay, I want to win a regional show, and
Yeah,
then I want to
yeah.
win maybe a British titles after that, and then like that's kind of how I've done it. I've taken it step by step, and each goal has been based on whatever I've achieved previously and setting yourself small goals. I don't think there's anything wrong with that because at the end of the day, it's a competitive sport, so it is part of the sport. Competing, it is part of it, and there's like I love it. Like I love being on stage. I love competing against other people. I think it's really fun, and it is sport. So there's nothing wrong with wanting to win. But like I would just say you have to. But obviously, the love for it does stem from loving everything you do as well. You have to love the process, otherwise, you won't. Like it's not sustainable, and you won't see it through if you don't love everything you're doing. But at the same time, I love competing as well. Like I love competing.
Yeah.
I want to win. I'm a competitive athlete, and I have goals that I want to win shows, and it's fine for other people to have that. But what I would say is just obviously base your expectation on some level of reality, and don't make that your sole driver and your sole purpose. I suppose.
That's what I'm trying to land on is like
Yeah.
you're absolutely fine to have a goal doing whatever, but believing that you are owed something is where you get to the point where use and then abuse can sort of cross the line. If you think taking more is going to warrant more, and because you took more, you didn't win, and you were supposed to, and the only reason you're pushing drugs into your body is to get an outcome, you're no longer bodybuilding, in my opinion. You're abusing drugs. Now that's just my opinion. But
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when people get more in the sport, they become more aware of the level, and I think it's more when you get like people who are kind of big on social media but haven't really been exposed to bodybuilding, like competitive bodybuilding. And then sometimes they have this kind of like main character syndrome where they think they're like the center of the world. And then they're old, and then it's their destiny to win this show. And then sometimes they're brought down to reality when they don't, and then they're like, okay, well, what do I do from here? That's personally what I've seen quite a lot with some people online, and it's been both natural and enhanced, to be honest.
I would say definitely, like, if you haven't competed before, compete before you.
Yeah, a natural
go
prep
assist
is
it.
something that I always think is the smartest way to at least see if you enjoy getting into condition and the whole process of getting ready for a show. Mate, if you can't do it as a natural, you don't fucking touch any, don't it?
I mean, well, we've had Toyton on the show, you know,
Yeah.
22 years old, IFBB Pro, natural, right? Junior, natural IFBB Pro. He's not going assisted anytime soon, you know. Maybe consider that, you know. I don't know, but that's a 2 cents from the 3 podcast hosts that you've asked in about going assisted. So I hope that I hope that genuinely, like, that hope helps form an answer as to what you should do and give you an indication as to when you're ready. Right. Biggest dip on the AniGains podcast.
Whip 'em out, lads. I mean, statistically, if we're gonna go by the averages based on race, it's probably gonna be Noah.
Yeah.
Noah, how big's your penis?
I'm not going to divulge into details on the AniGains podcast. I feel like there's better forums to express my. I've got the NBW blog. I post that one. I don't know. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna disclose inches or details. But yeah. Boys, someone else fucking talk, please.
Yeah, well, I'm Pakistani and Cam's half Indian, so there's your answer. Probably Noah.
Noah has the biggest penis on the anime. Well, none of
Yeah.
us have the biggest penis on the anime podcast. We have an anime podcast. So it's like saying, yeah. You, the person who asked the question, you have the biggest penis on the AniGains podcast.
Yes.
Right. Fantastic. Nice little tonal shift from, should I take steroids to who's got big willy? Fuck me, man. Okay. Subtitles break immersion.
Disagree.
Are we
No.
fucking serious?
No, that's the laziest thing ever.
I
And
can't read and watch.
I can't read and watch it at the same time. It's like, shut up, man. I actually had this conversation. For me, like, it's one thing doing it for anime, but like, the live action shows, like the Korean shows, like Squid Game, etc.
Yeah.
There are people who watch that in dub, in
Mate,
English
I know,
dub.
like, I walked in on my parents listening
That's
to the dub.
insane.
And I was like, guys, are we fucking serious? Put on the subtitles. Especially because they were going to travel to Korea as well. I was like,
Yeah.
guys, come on, get a fuck. They're not just going to start whipping out the English dub for you.
I think that they're missing out on so much good media if they're not open to just taking in a different fucking language. Like, it's genuinely embarrassing, in my opinion, if you will not just even put the reading. It's fucking stupid, man. Like, if something's in its original language, I keep freezing. I keep fucking freezing.
You're not freezing. It's just funny, man.
I can see myself lagging to fuck. but I don't get
You're
why.
not. No,
You're,
you're
you're
fine.
actually fine.
I don't know if I'm getting gaslit or not.
No, mate, no.
See
Just
myself
go
lagging.
on.
Okay, right.
Mate,
So
you're not lagging that bad. Mate, just say what you're fucking
Keep
saying,
going. Keep
though,
going.
honestly.
all right, it's just the laziest bullshit. There's so much media out there that, like, French movies. There was that the Korean movie that went massive. What was it? Parasite.
Parasite, yeah.
Yeah,
Parasite.
these things are winning Oscars, but people will put on the dubbed version or whatnot. It's stupid. There's never going to be anywhere near the same amount of emotion or reaction of the original actors on the scene doing it than if you've got someone like voicing over. The lips don't sync up. If you think something's going to take you out of immersion from reading at the bottom, try and think about how the fact that their lips and the fucking voices don't match up, and then all of a sudden you're thrown off.
Yeah, literally. I don't know. Well, I'm dyslexic and I've never had an issue with that. You know, like,
Yeah,
like,
it's such a lazy answer, and honestly, I've just heard clips from certain dubs, especially like Squid Game, and
yeah,
they're just so wooden. The delivery of the lines, it's so wooden and robotic, and it's like I could not watch this. It's like, do you know the scenes with like the VIPs?
oh yeah,
It was like watching that for the entire show. That's like watching a dub.
yeah. I don't know. My advice to you, if you genuinely believe subtitles kill immersion, just like sit back slightly. Then that way you can see the full screen with the text, so you don't have to keep looking up and down, because ultimately it really is that simple. And also just to like maybe I can guarantee you're also the same type of motherfucker to go on their phone during a fucking movie as well. And you want to talk about, yeah, oh no, mate, it's the subtitles. That's what kills immersion. Get a grip, man. That's some TikTok Gen Alpha kid who has typed that in 100%, 110%. There's no way like I don't like millennials, but like there's no way a millennial would have typed that.
I'm a millennial.
Moving on.
These kids nowadays.
White Monster is overrated. Ghost is way better.
Disagree.
Um,
I like Ghost, but I like it as a one-off, but it gets very sickly. I think White Monster's lovely, but it's
I
been
agree.
so overhyped, and so I really like the Ultra Ruby or Ultra Rosa.
Rosa, yeah.
Yeah, I really like that one. As Cam has a White Monster. I'm a
Oh,
fan
man.
of that. I'd say. Huh?
I like the peach one.
Peachy Keen.
I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely think the whole like White Monster hype is fucking is very blown up, and like people swear it's like the best drink ever made.
Yeah.
I think it's very, very good. It's not even my favorite Monster flavor, to be honest. You boys haven't tried Ultra Hawaiian Blue, have you?
Yeah, it's like fucking.
Yes, I had it in America.
That's the one, man. That's the one. I
It's
think we're
good.
supposed to be getting that in the summertime. I think we get that when I start prep, which is as soon as let me see that motherfucker in Costco in a 12 pack, and you want to talk to me about Monster's overrated, mate. No, Ghost is good in a dieting phase. If you are genuinely on, like, say, pro-fat rest days, Ghost is good. But I'll tell you what's better than Ghost: Rain. Rain energy is like the. Kez, didn't you say on prep that you stopped having Monster to have Rain?
No, I just stopped having energy drinks. Full stop.
Did you not swap out Monsters for Rain? I swear you could have said.
I
you
had
did.
rain like once or twice, but I stopped having energy drinks towards the end of my prep.
Really interesting.
Yeah. Just to keep the midsection small.
I had an energy drink pre-workout to help with sort of satiety going into the space of a session, because I would have all my carbs basically around that training window, and obviously as soon as they went in, spike my insulin, used to make me hungry as fuck, used to distract me. So then
Do you not have fats as well?
I have some fats, but it would still it wouldn't
Because fats will slow down the it won't be such a sudden spike and then a crash. If you have fats, it'll be more of a steady.
It doesn't change the fact that as soon as you have something that is not just eggs and egg whites, you're going to want more fucking food, especially when you're peeled. So when, for me personally, I was like, no, I need a little bit of the nice bubbly going in pre to sort of help with that. And I was, yeah, no, to be fair, I think thinking Monster is overrated is a fucking shit take. It's really not. It's available in every fucking news agent, every high street, and it's there. It's always reliable. Why do we just hate good things? Oh, this good thing is overliked. You can just like something. It is okay. Like, you know, I get that it's overhyped, but like at the same time, man, like if I cracked you a white monster, you're not going to say no, are you? Like, it's not fucking overhated. Like, and Ghost Energy is cool, but I'm not paying fucking £3.50 every time I want a nice fizzy drink. You know, like that. That's a bit.
Yeah.
Do I have many more of these? Right. Okay. I think this is the last one. I've saved the best till last. Guys, I want to fuck my uni lecturer. I feel as if she might want me to. What should I do?
This is definitely Ian that said this.
Brother, she don't want you. Look at the show you're listening to, brother. She's not fucking with you. She's not fucking with you, bro. I'm sorry. Like, don't. You will get you'll get kicked out of uni for that. Like, surely. Like, if you try.
Nah, you wouldn't. If you tried, yeah.
Yeah. But like that's what I mean. Cause you don't have a chance. Like,
I can just imagine someone there sat
I
with
can
like
guarantee you.
a My Hero T-shirt on, just watching this, waiting for an answer.
Oh no, brother, no. Like, I can almost guarantee you, the signs that she has given you, is where she has just been doing her job and she's been nice. Okay, I I can swear 99% of the time, if a girl is nice to a bloke, everybody, bro, she wants me. Bro, she's feeling me.
Mate, it genuinely,
No.
this is gonna sound strange, right? But it genuinely, I think that, and this doesn't come to this person in particular, but this comes to the mass reaction to that. The amount of people that just watch so much porn from whenever they're younger, they think that any scenario where someone's like that, they've got somewhat of a not disordered, but the way that they can see situations is completely warped. Now, obviously, this is probably a piss take question asked to the AniGains podcast, but it's true. Like, there will be people out there that have had their minds fucking tripped up because they've been gooning too much.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. And see, when you start taking that shit into the real world, I don't know, brother. I'm just gonna save you the grief now. Like, probably nothing will come from that. Maybe just do literally anything else with your time. Occupy that mind space that is being such concerned with, oh, this teacher wants to fuck me. You probably are behind on your work. Like, just get a grip and just do your fucking assignment. Your parents are waiting to hear how uni's going. They don't want to hear about, oh, I got a third and I tried to fuck my teacher and she didn't want me. Yeah. Like, that's my advice. Kez? Kez coming from an Asian household, and your dad is also a teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, would I mean you would know better than anybody what to do in this situation, right?
And I've been to uni.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I would know what to do in this situation because I don't think I've ever been in it. But yeah, I don't know. Just
you have a head on your shoulders. You've been to uni just like this person, but you've not thought to yourself, oh, teacher wants to fuck me.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's some lovely girls on your course, so maybe move to them instead.
Yeah. What we were saying about bodybuilding, where it's like, listen, win a regional first, right? This is a very similar sort of thing. You can't go straight to the fucking pro.
Yeah, don't go for the UK and the FBA overall British
Yeah.
titles straight away.
Yeah, when you can't even place top 3 in your class, in your actual uni class. Place top 3 in your uni class. See if you can scout out the talent there. Once you can kind of stand next to them, then you can go for the heavy hitters. Right, that's all.
On that
That's everything that the AniGains fans wanted to ask us. So thank you guys for those. We won't be doing that again. Well, an hour has passed, so let's just fucking wrap up the episode.
Wrap up there.
That was a shit show. Right, fellas, if you did enjoy, please like, share, comment, share with friends if you found it funny. Buy Noah's No Strips. If you want
Stay natural.
Yeah. Stay natural. Unless you don't want to stay natural, then go assisted, but do your research.
And don't move to your uni lecturers.
Don't try and ever fuck your teacher. She does not want you. Look at the show you're listening to, brother. You sat through an hour of this shit. You don't have a chance. Right, that's the show.
See ya.